Is reality itself a collective collaboration between networks of observers? What is our responsibility to one another as artists? How can we use the power of collaboration to make a living in the music industry? These are all questions I would love to answer, but unfortunately I can't. I've run out of time. This April, I am going to become a father for the first time, and so I am retiring as an artist. I've had a good run and a lot of fun along the way, but it's time that I grow up. It's time that I lace up my New Balance and say goodbye to the silly dreams of my youth and adolescence. So thank you for watching. That's it. Roll the credits. Oh good, you're still here. No, we are just getting started. Welcome to Sittin' with Jimi. I'm Jimi, and this is the place where we discuss all things creative because creativity is a way of life. So I am becoming a dad. It is true. I'm excited, I'm terrified, I'm amused. It's really crazy. My wife, who is also a singer-songwriter, has been a long-time collaborator of mine since before we were even dating. I've produced albums for her, I've played guitar in her band, I've toured with her, made music videos with her, and so much more. But this April will herald the result of our ultimate collaboration. The birth of a brand new human being. A new factory reset consciousness will come naked and screaming into the world, and it will be up to us to make sure it is cared for and grows up to be a force for good on this strange planet. And so, with fatherhood imminent, I've been thinking a lot about my own upbringing, especially as it relates to my becoming a musician and an artist. There was my dad, a career musician who took me to see James Taylor in 1994 and stoked a fire in me that still burns to this day. There's my mom, who always supported my artistic pursuits and is the biggest music lover that I know. There's my grandpa, a professional jazz pianist and teacher who could be a bit stern and rigid, but impressed upon me the importance of knowing the rules of music and developing proficiency before chops and flash. There's my third grade teacher, Miss Moses, who encouraged me to write. My teachers at Munson Williams Dance Studio and Dance 10, whose influence has been invaluable and foundational to my work as a musician. My Uncle Chuck, whose wisdom and support kept me going in dark times. Franco Spado, a master voice teacher who taught me that the voice, like life, is an instrument played by the imagination. All the people who have influenced me in my 33 years on Earth are all collaborators in producing the work that I do today. That is how reality works. We are all bumping up against one another in this cosmic dance, shaping each other and being shaped into what is and what will be. Each one of these collaborators had three common traits. Traits that made their words and actions so powerful and influential to me. Firstly, they were all masters. Each of them, through hard work and discipline, mastered a skill that was valuable to the community around them. Secondly, through the process of mastering this skill, they became people who could communicate their experiences so that anyone who was listening could benefit from it. Thirdly, they embraced the responsibility of sharing that knowledge with the world, even when it called for sacrifice. I think it is in every independent artist's best interest to aim to be someone who exemplifies these three traits. It will keep you grounded, sane, and in touch with the larger picture of life. A picture that is filled with people collaborating to make the world what it is in real time. It will also set you up to be someone who can make a living in the music industry. And I'm not talking about the 1%er, super famous, baloney peddling, prolonged adolescence, bloated ego-tripping side of the music industry. I'm talking about the other 99% of it, which is rooted in service and marketable, specialized skill. So first, aim to become a master. It doesn't matter what instrument you play or style you play in. Become proficient. Read music. Read charts. Practice every day. Learn to play in every key. Get into the soil of where the music you love first sprouted roots and trace it all the way up to the flowers on the surface. Doing this requires so much discipline. Discipline that many self-proclaimed artists and creators will pay expert lip service to. They'll make excuses about their lack of proficiency and say things like, yeah, well, I only play slowcore post-pop riff metal, and everything else is for corporate sellouts. They'll turn opportunities to get paid good money playing private events, weddings, session work, etc., into sour grapes that they didn't even really want anyway. They'll do mental gymnastics to turn your proficiency and success into something that is somehow bad and undesirable. And they will be the loudest voices in the room when it comes to complaining about lack of opportunity in the music industry. Become the one who can say yes to the opportunity because the skill has been developed. There are so many opportunities out there. Stay curious and don't close yourself off to them just because they don't fit neatly into whatever category of art you've boxed yourself into. Be real with yourself. Don't make excuses. It will set you apart. Every well-paying musical opportunity I have ever received has called for high-level collaboration with highly proficient musicians. All of these opportunities allowed me to develop my artistic skills and get paid to do it. That is the dream, guys. The more proficient you are, the more the world opens up to you. And it can be scary and daunting, and you will get your butt kicked sometimes. But that's fine. It happens to everyone. Mastering marketable skills that are adjacent to your personal artistic dreams sets you up to make money making music. It is that simple. Go deep with developing your skills, especially you younger artists. It can be the difference between a career and a hobby. Become a master. Second, be an ambassador of the skills you have developed. You have earned these skills through your hard work. Be open about what you have learned through your discipline. Encourage others when they are earnestly seeking guidance, and challenge them when they are disempowering themselves. Humble yourself and tune into the world. The world needs it. Don't be too cool and aloof to participate in your community. I guarantee, however good you think you are at music or art, you're not so great that you get to be an asshole. You're not Prince. None of us are Prince. Thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, embrace, not tolerate, not accept, but embrace the position of responsibility that being capable and open puts you in. So many people came together to directly or indirectly collaborate with the life force that is you. I think many of you who are resonating with this message could easily make a list of the masters who helped make you who you are today. Where would we be without the people who embraced their responsibility and instead of rejecting life, collaborated with it and with you to move the world forward in a positive direction? When you embrace your responsibility, you give back to the world what has been given to you through faith and love till we find our place on the path unwinding, in the circle of life. A good mental exercise when you are thinking about this stuff is to hold in your mind the image of someone who displays the opposite of these character traits. They master nothing and often have excuses for why their lack of proficiency and motivation is actually society's fault. They become ambassadors of bitterness and plant seeds of cynicism, disempowering people around them. They reject responsibility completely and actually define their freedom by the absence of responsibility. Is this someone worth emulating? Is this the picture of a person to whom opportunity and abundance flow? And so, as we all look forward into this new year, I invite you all to take big steps in embodying the character traits of the masters you admire. I challenge you to be the outlier whose eyes are open and whose skills are developed enough to be worthy of the opportunity all around them. I encourage you to go deep and aim for mastery. Through the process of discipline that mastery requires, you become someone with something valuable to offer others. In music, this process allows you to collaborate in any situation, a skill that can literally give you a career. The narrow and sometimes lonely corridor of devotion to a single fixed target is what separates those who speak from those who do. Most people don't have the discipline to walk this path, which presents an enormous opportunity to those who do. Be open about what you learn and stay in touch with the valuable lessons you have collected along the way. Be an ambassador of those lessons and embrace the responsibility of communicating their virtues to those who can benefit. These are all things that I'm thinking about a lot in these last few months before I become a parent. I'm scared, I'm excited, I'm having increasingly bizarre dreams at night, and I'm doing my best to prepare for this ride. I hope to be a good ambassador of my experiences here so far, and I pray for strength to embrace the responsibility to my kid, to make them a force for good in the universe, and to honor the masters who came before me. And I'm not quitting being an artist. I'm actually pretty excited and fascinated by how becoming a dad will influence my art. I hope you guys are all looking forward to a great new year. Drop a comment. Tell me what you're thinking. I really love hearing from you. Subscribe if you like this message and it resonates and you want to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being kind to one another. I will see you next time. Thank you.